Okay, we're gonna try this again because my last one goes so. Real briefly, I want to review chapter 16. Really, the majority of it is just kind of giving you an idea of what it was like for the boys, daily life while they were pretending to be pirates. And one of the things they do in this chapter is they talk about Joe Harper is really having a hard time with home. He really wants to go back home. So one of the things they do to try and keep him interested in this kind of lifestyle is switch from playing pirates to playing Indians. Um, you can see even on this page here it says by they separated three hostile tribes and darted upon each other from ambush, dreadful war whoops, and killed each other by the thousands. So, all kind of there that refers to Indian tribes and their new kind of imaginary life. The only thing that this chapter really mentions that's important there, as they continue with this playing tribe thing, one of the things that Indian tribes were known for was smoking a pipe. They would all sit around the fire, take a smoke from the pipe and pass it, and kind of share the same pipe. So, one of the things they decided they wanted to try, who we know an outlaw with no parents, kind of to really keep him doing harmful to himself. He has smoked before, so he's a little used to it, while Tom and Harper are not used to it. So the chapter mentions that when they take the first smoke, they end up being really sick to their stomach, and it's about dreadful retchings, which is another way to describe like throwing up sounds. And then at the end chapter talks about how they're finally able to smoke their pipe without having to go search for their lost knife. And what that's referring to is when Tom and Harper would get sick to their stomach, they're too embarrassed to admit that they needed to go throw up. They claim they needed to go and look for their lost knife. And then it would take them an unusually long time to find their knife, which basically just meant they were in the woods throwing up. So that's what the searching for the lost knife is referring to. But chapter 16, like I said, gives an idea glimpse into the life of the three runaways, and into what life is like on the home. 7, we're going to see the description of the funeral. We know that in other chapters, the town mentioned that if they're going to um, oh no, if they show up by Sunday, we're just going to assume that they're dead and will have their funeral. So chapter 7 is describing the funeral for the boys. But there's a hilarity in the little town that same tranquil or Saturday afternoon. The Harpers and Aunt Polly's family were being put into mourning with great grief and many tears. In the village was ordinarily quiet enough in conscience. The village had concerns with an absent heir and talked low, but they sighed often. The Saturday holiday seemed to burden the children. They had no heart in their sports. Everyone's kind of depressed. There's a general feeling about the day because they know that these guys are probably dead at this point. In the afternoon, Becky Thatcher found her looking about the deserted house, feeling very melancholy or moody, like kind of in a bad mood. But she found nothing there to comfort her. She soliloquized. Okay, so it's a really, really long, kind of big word. A soliloquy is a type of poem where you her emotion. So if she is soliloquizing, she's basically talking about her feelings out loud. Oh, if only I had a brass and I'm not again. Everything out to remember that. And she took back a little soft. Presently, she stopped and said to herself, "It was right. Oh, it was to say that. I wouldn't say it for the whole world. But he's gone now. I'll never see him anymore." And she wandered away with tears rolling down her cheeks. Then two girls, playmates of Tom's and Joe's, came by, looking over the railing fence and speaking in reverent tones how Tom did so and so the last time, and how Joe said this and that small awful prophecy as they could eat out. Okay, let me pause a second. This type of pregnant does not mean probably what you mean. It doesn't do with a mother having a baby. It has to do with everything that Joe said days before his disappearance seemed, now looking back on it, it seemed to be pregnant or full of awful prophecy. Basically, back now see how everything he said was a hidden message into the fact that they were about to run away. So really, these boys and girls are just kind of gathering around the player and remembering the last time they saw these boys, what they said, and kind of it, sharing their thoughts with each other, basically. And each speaker, so each child, so put out the exact spot where the lost lad stood at the time. And then something, and I was standing just as I know, as I was close as that. And he smiled just like, and then something seemed to go all over me, like, oh, and I never thought what it was I see now. Then or an argument about who saw the dead boy's last life. And he claimed that dismal distinction and offered evidence more or less tampered with by the witness. And when it was ultimately time who did see the party pass and exchange the last words with them, the lucky parties there about who saw Tom and Joe last. And when it was decided who did actually see them last, they were kind of the most important of the group. One poor chap who had no other grandeur to offer said with tolerably manifest pride in the remembrance, "Well, Tom Sawyer, he licked me once." So this poor boy, I mean, he's just trying to find anything he can claim to offer to the conversation, showing he's also important. But the boys could say that. So that cheapened the distinction too much. It's a little bit worrisome. I mean, boys could claim Tom licked them, but it is. The group loitered away, still recalling memories. When the initial hour was finished, everyone singing in the usual way. It was very still, more found the musing hush that lay upon nature. The villagers began to gather, loitering a moment in the vestibule to converse in whispers about sad events. Basically, they were starting to enter the church. They were kind of waiting in the lobby of the area, and they were obviously whispering about the sad of the boy's departure. But there was no whispering. else. Only the funeral rustling of dresses as one gathered to their full before. There was finally a waiting pause, an expectantness, and then Aunt Lily entered, followed by Sid and Mary, and then by the Hart family. All in deep black. They were wearing black. And the whole congregation, the elders, rose reverently and stood. Mourners were seated in the front pew. It was broken at intervals by muffled sobs, and then the broad parade. A moving hymn was sung, and the text followed. As service proceeded, the clergyman drew pictures of the graces, the ways, and that every soul there, thinking he recognized these pictures, felt a pain. He had blinded himself months before. He had as persistently seen only faults and flaws in the voice. Feeling this a little bit. So the clergyman, and as he's kind of giving his, he's basically, he starts to recall any good things he can about his voice. So he's not going to talk about how awful they were at their funeral. He's only going to talk about how wonderful they were. Now, we know these boys were troublemakers, but they did some good things. He was, through his speech, basically the whole audience begins to realize, you know what, these guys really weren't that bad. Such, you know, I mean, they were boys. They were so sweet, and they did this, and they did that, and I feel kind of for thinking of them troublemakers. The minister relayed me a touching incident in the lives of the departed, too, which illustrated their, in the boys, sweet gestures. And people could easily see how noble and beautiful those episodes were. And remembered with grief that the time occurred, they had seemed rascalities. They were little rascals. Well deserved removed. As the pathetic tale went on, until at last the whole company broke down and joined the weeping mourners in a chorus of anguish sobs. Peter himself giving way to his feelings and crying in the pulpit. The pulpit is like the stage he preached from. All of a sudden, there was a rustle in the couch nobody noticed. Okay, let me explain the gallery. So the gallery is like if you've ever been in either like a really big church congregation room, or even sometimes like not necessarily like a sports, but like a theater or like a big playroom theater. I guess the gallery is like the balcony. So it's kind of like a room off to the side that nobody was sitting in. Also, there's this little rustle in the gallery if something is moving in there, but which nobody noticed. A moment later, the church door creaked. The minister raised his streaming eyes above his handkerchief and stood transfixed. He was so shocked he couldn't move. First one, and then another eyes followed the minister, and then almost with one impulse, the congregation rose and stared while the three dead boys came marching up the aisle. On the lead, Joe next, and Huck, a ruin of drooping rags, sneaking sheepishly in the rear. They had been hidden in the unused gallery, listening to their own funeral sermon. Why did they do that? Well, they want to hear all the good things he has to say about them. And now that everyone's saying, they enter into the congregation, and they walk down, staring at them, and all of a sudden they're the most famous people in the room, which we know is exactly what. Aunt Polly, Mary, and the Harpers threw themselves upon the ones, smothered them with kisses, and poured out thanks, while poor Buck, who knows how family, stood abashed and uncomfortable, not knowing exactly what to do with unloving eyes. He wavered and started to go away, but Tom said, "Hey, Polly, it ain't fair. Somebody got to see Huck." Yeah, not too far again. Somebody's got to see Huck. And so they shall. I'm glad to see him, poor Millis thing. And Lieutenant Polly lavished upon Huck were the one thing capable of making him more uncomfortable than he was before. Suddenly, the minister shouted at the top of his voice, "Praise God, from whom all blessings flow. Sing and put your hearts in it." In his was the moment of life. As the congregation trooped out, they said they laughed happily before. Tom got more cuffs, or kind of like whack, loving, like little to that. His next minute was mad at him for putting him through that. Understandably, he got more cuffs and kisses that day than he had earned the whole year, and he hardly knew which one expressed the most gratefulness to God and affection for himself. So we knew. We'll go.